Prevention. A sound investment for business people. And here's Miriam. She's a cashier at a supermarket. She's made it a habit to check whether the banknotes are genuine before she puts them away in her till. The place where she works is relatively well lit, but long waiting lines force her to serve her customers rather quickly. How will she be able to determine if the $20 and $50 bills her customer is about to give her are genuine? In your opinion, what is her favorite trick to know the real from the fake? Observe the color change patch? Scratch off green dots? Or fold the banknote to check if the ink remains intact in the creases? You have 7 seconds to think about it.
My favorite trick? I'm not sure I'll tell you. It's simple. I only have to observe the color change patch. To know that the bill is genuine, I check that the patch changes color from gold to green and back again when tilted back and forth. Even if I have several notes to check, a quick way is to open the bundle of bills like a deck of cards. In this way, one quick look is enough to compare all the patches together. It only takes a fraction of a second, and it's reliable. As to folding the banknote to check if ink remains intact in the creases, it's an old urban legend. Obviously, it will not help you authenticate your bills. On the other hand, if your answer had been to scratch off green dots, you would also have been right. It's a good security feature, but not very practical for me, though, because I need to check my bills quickly. And there's another thing you should know. Not all green dots can be removed, only some of them on the surface of the bill. Well, here you are. Now you know how I can detect quickly the real from the fake. The color change patch is my own little trick. It's so quick. By the way, our weekly specials are really worth it. You should come and do your grocery shopping here. I'll be happy to serve you. See you then. Good deal on the oranges. They're very juicy.
And finally, let's take a look at Claude. He's the owner of a garage and an experienced mechanic. His workplace is noisy. There is good light around his till, and he isn't too rushed for time. How will he be able to make sure the $100 bill he's about to receive from his customer is genuine?
Cents, please. Let's get the bill. Thank you.
In your opinion, what is his favorite trick to know the real from the fake? Wet the banknote to dissolve the ink? Look at the watermark and the see-through number. Or verify the note under UV light to see glowing red and yellow fibers and ink. You have 7 seconds to think about it.
Do you want to know what my favorite trick is? It's looking for the watermark as well as the see-through number. I hold the banknote up to the light and I wait for what I call my ghost image to appear. It's true, don't laugh. You can see the ghost-like image of the portrait quickly becoming visible in the light. Also, in the vertical, you will distinguish the see-through numeral 100, complete with both halves printed on each side of the banknote, getting together to be perfectly aligned. Otherwise, there's a risk you have a counterfeit note. On the other hand, if your answer was to verify the note under the UV light, to check for the ink as well as the yellow and red fibers, you were right also. This is a good security feature, just like the watermark. When you pass the note under UV light to certify authenticity, you must see writing as well as yellow and red fibers appear. Be careful. Do not believe the urban legend to wet the banknote to dissolve the ink. This is not reliable. And, what's worse, you risk letting someone pass you a counterfeit. Don't be afraid to check out a bill in front of a customer. On the contrary, checking out counterfeit banknotes shows a customer that you are a reliable outlet and that you only keep genuine bills inside your cash box. Well, here you are. Now you know how I can tell the real from the fake. I look at the watermark. It's my favorite trick. It's quick, reliable, and easy. Oh, Mrs. Berger, give you your change here. Very much.
Now, did you get the right answers? Before I leave you, I'd like to ask you a question. Of the many ways we have just presented, which is your favorite? Which one is best suited to your needs? I understand that this is a difficult choice. All are quick, reliable, and efficient. But I'm sure there is one method of verification which you prefer. Let's review them together. Is it the advice given to us by Mary the barmaid, who recommends feeling for the raised print, thicker to the touch, to verify authenticity? Or is it Cindy's recommendation, the sales clerk who makes sure she can see 3 iridescent maple leaves very well before accepting $5 and $10 bills? There's also Miriam's method, the cashier who likes the color change patch. Or is it finally Claude's suggestion, the mechanic who always makes sure he sees the watermark image of his little ghost appear, as well as the see-through number before he accepts a banknote? Think about it for a few seconds. By now, each of you must have your favorite security feature. A feature which is adapted to your needs and to your working environment. But in the end, when it comes to verifying one or several banknotes, they are all useful features. So we would ask you to develop the habit of using 2 or more of these features to check your banknotes. Now, this presentation is almost over, and I think I can guess what your next question will be. What to do with a suspected counterfeit? If you have not accepted it yet, stop the transaction and inform your client that you must keep the suspected counterfeit note and surrender it to the police. The banknote has to be taken out of circulation. However, avoid putting yourself at risk. If, on the other hand, you discover that you have a counterfeit banknote in your possession, contact the police and do not try and pass it on in another transaction. For additional information about counterfeit banknotes, please consult our website. Be alert, Keep your eyes open, and don't hesitate to use the simple, easy, and reliable means we've just learned together. Take time to tell the real from the fake, because between you and me, it's worth a few seconds of your time to avoid being passed a counterfeit note. After all, knowing the real from the fake is a sound investment.